for your birthday, I know that for mine, 6 months ago, I left that week and that weekend just feeling so special and loved, and my goal for your birthday was to give you even just a fraction of that. So I hope that here tonight on your birthday, you feel loved and surrounded by all of these people in this room that think that you're incredible and are so blessed to have you in their lives. So I love you very much. Happy birthday, Andrew.
Still Snoop Dogg and D.I. Guess who's back? Still.
Sauls, hey, it's McCarty, and I just want to wish you a happy 30th. But I have some advice maybe for your 30th birthday, sourcing from how my 30th birthday party went that Jack threw me. So just 3 pieces of advice real quick. Number 1, don't go to Longworth's. They're the dance floor tends to get really dirty and has stuff there. I'm not really sure what's on the floor, and sometimes your hands can get infected. So yeah, don't go to Longworth's. Number 2, I know you're an excellent dancer. However, don't attempt the worm. You may end up breaking your toe, because sometimes when you get drunk, you lose feeling in like your extremities, and you don't realize it till the next morning. And then last, don't let 2 guys who you're not really sure, but may have been giving drugs to people on the dance floor at Longworth's, give you a ride home for $20. Anyway, man, you're one of the best, and happy birthday. Hope you have a good time tonight.
Andrew's family. Definite first thing that comes to mind. He looks more like my brother than my brother looks like my brother. Often confused for one another. The hair doesn't help. But yeah, definitely family.
Andrew is cool and an overachiever in a good way.
Andrew is the third amigo. Ho!
Andrew is the guy who taught us how to dress. For example, we didn't know that the top 3 buttons on a button-down shirt were just for show.
And even if you're in church in front of thousands of people, it's not distracting. It's what God wants.
So Andrew's like the brother I never had. Not that we're best friends, but we kind of always know what the other person's thinking. We truly understand and get one another, which is what I feel like is family and the closest thing to a brother.
Andrew is the 3rd most handsome person I know. Second only to Chris Berry, obviously, and me, of course. You know, he tries to outdo me with his chest hair, and it works sometimes, but really, when you have this kind of charisma, it's just hard to be in my shadow all the time, man. I understand.
Andrew is a good role model, and he's also very stylish.
A fast driver, and I appreciate that when we're driving back from Wisconsin.
Someone that I look up to and someone I try to emulate.
Andrew is my firstborn son, and he brought such joy to my life when the doctors showed me him and said, it's a boy.
Andrew is, in my mind, Mr. Cincinnati. Before I knew him, I would always see him around Cincinnati, and I was like, he's always everywhere and doing everything. So before I actually met him, I used to call him Mr. Cincinnati, and I don't think anyone actually knows that. I don't think he knows that.
So Andrew and I first met at a God and Work group at Crossroads, and I was just so thankful that someone knew what an iPad was when I met him. But it's been an absolute pleasure to know him for the time that we have, and just it's great to have a buddy nearby that I can always count on whenever I need dinner at 9 o'clock at night.
Andrew is his accessories. He's a brand. Everything he wears, Europeans the next season are wearing. Let's start with that hat he's been parading around in Cincinnati. We have modeled our hats off of him since he taught us how to dress. But ours is less Arby's. He's kind of got the Arby's look going after the Pharrell. I mean, the hair is just, that's where it's at.
And, the Arby's hat goes along with his hair.
Right, I think that's right.
He's putting horsey sauce in his hair next spring, so
right.
It's the next big thing.
I want Andrew's horsey sauce hat on my next roast beef sandwich.
One of the things I admire most about Andrew is his individuality. He's one of those guys that when you walk into a room full of people, you notice him right away, but he stands out. I'm not sure where he gets it from. Probably his mother.
So Andrew and I met about 2.5 years ago on a trip to South Africa. I saw him in the airport and I thought he was a total douchebag. So over the course of a week, we got to know each other a little bit better, and we got to sit on the bus together one day and we traded crazy stories. At the very end of the trip, I got this awesome postcard from Andrew, and it says, "Amanda, my second favorite person, glad we got to hang out this week. You challenged me in my walk so much of how you show Christ's love. At 22, you're far and above the most admirable Christians I know. Keep rolling," paint joke, "in the direction you're going, and if you don't say hi when we're at Japs after you read this letter, I'll kill you. Jesus and I love you. It's a church trip. You know, I had to start out. Love, Andrew."
There's a lot of hairstyles that should not necessarily have happened, but he went ahead with them and made them his bitch.
Little surfer Salzbrunn came into Hollister for a job, and with his blonde floppy hair, picture this hair, looking like he came off the Ohio River surfing, which you can't do really. If I would have guessed when I was 34 we'd be as close as we are, I'd say no way, not a chance. But he turned out to be a fantastic guy, great man, and I'm privileged to have him in my life.
His faith impacts the way that he treats his friends and the way that he operates in business and the way that he is there for his family. And so I just think that's a really cool thing about him, and that's something that I try to be more like.
And he said, if you don't take this job, you're running away from something that you are supposed to be doing, like something that you are possibly created for. And he was the first one to say that to me so bluntly, and lo and behold, I ended up taking the job. I just really appreciate Andrew's honesty, and I appreciate the way that he doesn't let anything stand in the way of what he knows is right and what he knows needs to be done, and he does it. And when he feels that way about one of his friends or someone around him, he'll bluntly tell them that as well. And it's a great attribute, and I'm very thankful for getting to know him over the last year, for having fun with him on the football field, and for him being able to just speak truth into me when I need it and maybe when I least expect it.
One, the night we did the Monster Jam party at Mainstay, and he wore the cutoff jorts, and he was totally in character and loved every minute of it, but he looked like a total jackass. But he loved it. The second part is every time we go into meetings, I always have to check the top button to see if it's buttoned or unbuttoned, because he tends to let his chest hair out in meetings. That's not always the most appropriate dress attire for business meetings. And somehow in those meetings, the button comes undone after he buttons it. It's like he can do this like flex, and the button just pops, and it comes out, and the chest hair is all there.
And I have his first correspondence that he ever wrote to me via Facebook. "Chris, I bought one of your ties at the Cincy Chic Lady in Red event this month. However, upon buying it, I didn't look at the pattern. Me, being a bit conservative in my dress, I was wondering if I could switch out the 6-shooter model for a more traditional pattern that you offer. Let me know if that is possible and how I would go about getting that. Thank you very much, Andrew." And this is coming from the guy who now wears 9 shirts, denim on denim on denim, with a scarf and a hat and a jacket and made-to-order jeans and boots. We talk everything from our faith to our faith in denim, and it's a great friendship that we've built over 4 years. So happy birthday, buddy.
Well, I met Andrew when I was a baby, obviously. Actually, a funny memory, I guess, of Andrew is obviously the Christmas tree story everybody knows, or our family knows about. But we were like jumping on trees. And I just remember, obviously it's more embarrassing for Andrew, but like we were all jumping on trees and let him spring us back. And I remember Andrew breaking off one, and he had to carry this little stubby tree back. For me, I thought it was hilarious, obviously.
We moved to Cincinnati, and we stayed with Andrew for 2 months, I think. And it was 95 degrees inside the house that we were staying at, the back house. And I started crying because I was so hot. And he's like, here, give me a hug. I was like, no, I'm sweating. I was like, just give me a hug. You need to calm down. Like, take a breath. He said, it's okay. And it was okay.
It was a cold winter day, and we decided to go take a walk at Silver Creek Park. We were walking across the ice, and Andrew fell through into the rushing water below. And I was nearby, so I was able to grab him and pull him up out of the water. And his perception of that situation was that I saved his life. And there have been several times as he's grown older that I have tried to save him. I wished I could have saved him. There are times that we let him fail on purpose so that he would grow from it. And here he is now at 30 years of age, a grown man, a leader in his community, a respectable person, and I couldn't be more proud of him. I don't need to rescue him anymore. He's got his Heavenly Father looking out for him. He's got his own conscience and good sense, and he's going to do well.
Andrew and I, it's funny because we've always said that we've orbited around each other for years. It took the perfect timing and the perfect circumstances for us to finally get to a place where, you know, everything was right and the planets aligned. But I feel like there's a reason for all of that, and I don't know, I feel very blessed to have him in my life.
Andrew, I wish you many, many years of wisdom, understanding, patience, and peace, and that you will receive so much love in your life from this day forward, and you will give so much love to others.
Welcome to the Club of 30. Hopefully you don't feel old. You probably do. You look older than I do, so.
Happy birthday, Andrew. Here's to another year of awesome things.
Happy 30th, Andrew. You're awesome.
Andrew, you're a great friend. Happy birthday. Happy 30th.
Happy birthday, buddy.
We appreciate everything that you do for me and Aaron, and especially me. So, happy birthday.
Andrew, it is really an honor to be able to celebrate you in some way on your 30th birthday. Man, 30 years. You've done more in 30 years than a lot of dudes get to do in 50 years. I love your work ethic. I love your passion. I love how you have a vision and you go after it. In fact, I just got done talking about the difference between men and boys, and so much of that content is born out in your life. I respect you so much as a man, so thank you for allowing me to have some sort of role in your life, and I pray that God's best days for you have yet to come, and this next decade of your life, the next decades of your life will be as fruitful as the last decade of your life has been. Thanks, my friend. You're a good man.
Hey Andrew, happy birthday. We are so blessed that our paths crossed yours this past year. And just want you to know that we think you are an incredible guy with big vision and big dreams, and we're just excited to be able to walk those out, or some of those out, with you along the way.
Yep. Been great to get to know you. Happy to celebrate your first 30 and looking forward to living out your next 30. All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Hello, Mr. Salisbury. It's your buddy Jack Weston here, coming to you live from my FJ Cruiser. Sitting in the seat that I really think memorializes our friendship, because it could have been the end of our friendship. I really thought our friendship was over the time you were sitting in this seat, driving us back from Atlanta, driving about 90 to 99 for a few hours and changing lanes every 3 to 5 seconds. So I'm really glad we got through that barrier in our relationship, and we can move our relationship forward. You're a great friend, you're a great man, and really excited to spend a lot of time with you in the future. So cheers to joining me in your 30s, and see you soon.
Hey Andrew, I just want to say happy birthday. I know we haven't known each other for all that long, just a couple years probably, but I'm glad to call you a friend, and thrilled to have you as a business partner. You're one of the hardest working guys I've ever met, and that's awesome. We look forward to many successful years to come, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Andrew. I'm glad you were born. Look forward to many more years of working with you while we change the city.
Happy birthday, Andrew. Happy birthday, Andrew. You rock.
Happy birthday, man.
Hats off to the birthday boy.
Happy 30th, Andrew.
Happy birthday, Andrew. Sorry I missed it.
All I want for my birthday is a big booty house. When I die, marry me and Sally Gucci style. When I die, marry me and Sally Louis style. All I want for my birthday is a big booty house. All I want for my birthday is a big booty house. She got a big booty, so I call her big booty. Skirt, skirt, wrist moving, could get